Welcome back to Antitrust Insider. Today we're diving into a place where few dare to go, at least not without serious precautions, the dark web. I've seen it all. For nearly 25 years, I worked at the DOJ where I investigated some of the largest antitrust cases in the country. Now in retirement, I'm working for you. Welcome to the Antitrust Insider. Now I'm going to give you 5 solid reasons why you should avoid the dark web entirely, even if you think you know what you're doing. But if you're determined to go there anyway, I'll walk you through how to access it safely, or at least as safely as possible. Let's start at the beginning. First of all, what is the dark web? The internet has layers. Think of it like an iceberg. The top layer, the part you use every day, is the surface web, or the regular internet. That's DuckDuckGo, YouTube, Amazon, and your favorite blogs. Below that is the deep web, which is comprised mostly of content not indexed by search engines. This includes paywall databases, medical records, academic journals, and private company data. It's legal and it's often boring. Then there's the dark web, a hidden part of the internet that requires special tools like the Tor browser to access. This is where anonymity reigns supreme and law enforcement has a much harder time tracking users, although we definitely do. Most dark websites end in .onion and not .com or .org. These dark websites can't be accessed with standard browsers like Chrome or Safari. You need Tor browser, which is short for the onion router. The Tor browser routes your connection through multiple layers of encryption. But here's the truth. While the dark web isn't illegal in and of itself, a massive chunk of its content and commerce is. Now, let's get into 5 reasons why most people, and probably you too, should stay far, far away from it. Reason number 5, it's not just about drugs and guns, which is bad enough, it's about trauma. You might think that the dark web is just a black market for drugs and weapons, and yes, that is there, but what people don't talk about enough is the psychological toll of what you may encounter. Even legit dark web marketplaces often have links to graphic videos, human trafficking ads, torture content, exploitation of minors, and real-life crime footage. Once seen, it can't be unseen. Curiosity can quickly turn into trauma. This is not YouTube rabbit hole or brain rot stuff. This is the worst humanity has to offer, and even clicking a bad link can be a life-altering experience and can make you a criminal. Reason number 4, scams are the rule, not an exception. Think you're too smart to fall for scams? Think again. The dark web is home to some of the most sophisticated fraudsters in the world. Here's what you'll run into. Fake marketplaces that take your crypto and vanish. Phishing traps disguised as popular dark web links. Fake hitmen services. Yes, people actually try to hire hitmen online. Fake passport or fake ID sellers. They'll take your money and you'll get nothing in return, not even a bad fake ID. These aren't your garden variety scammers. They thrive in anonymity and they just love noobs. There's no customer support, there are no refunds, and there is absolutely no way to trace the person who just cleaned out your wallet. Reason number 3, you can be tracked, hacked, or both. You may think you're safe behind Tor and a VPN, but here's the hard truth. Tor can be compromised. I know firsthand that intelligence agencies have cracked Tor nodes before. Your VPN provider might keep logs, especially if it's free or low cost. Malicious dark websites can exploit browser vulnerabilities or infect your machine with malware, especially if scripts are enabled. There are reports of people getting doxxed, having their webcams hacked, and becoming part of botnets or illegal crypto mining rings, all for just visiting a dark website. Even if you don't download anything, you can be infected just by browsing. Think of it like walking barefoot through a minefield. It only takes one step to be in the wrong place. Reason number 2, you, yes, perfectly innocent you, can become part of a criminal investigation. Authorities are always watching. Agencies like the FBI, NSA, Europol, and others run sting operations and monitor traffic in and out of the dark web. You might be thinking, but what if I'm just browsing? It doesn't matter. If you're clicking illegal links, downloading illegal content, even unknowingly, or communicating with bad people, you can end up flagged, surveilled, or caught in a legal nightmare. Even visiting certain forums could be considered participation or intent in some jurisdictions. And remember, law enforcement has gotten smarter. Major dark web marketplaces like Silk Road, Alphabet, Hansa, Genesis Market were all taken down by coordinated global operations. Law enforcement is always one step behind the next big bust. The number one reason not to go to the dark web, you could lose everything. Your privacy, your money, and even your freedom. One wrong download equals ransomware. One wrong forum post equals doxing or swatting. And one wrong marketplace equals accounts drained. And even if you avoid all that, if your system gets infected, you risk all your passwords and accounts being compromised. And worse, you could be held liable for what your system does without your knowledge. Think about that. This isn't a spy movie, and it's not an episode of The X-Files. If someone hijacks your identity or locks up your data, you're not getting it back without serious pain and possibly a criminal record. Now, despite all my warnings and my best efforts to keep you away, here's how to do it as safely as possible. Disclaimer, as safely as possible still means not safe enough in my professional opinion. The only real way to stay safe is not to do this. So then, Frank, why are you telling people how? So you, my viewer, doesn't get this information off some other channel without the appropriate warnings or without the basic safeguards. Step 1. Use a trusted VPN. Never, ever, ever access the dark web without one. Consider using a VPN provider that explicitly says that it does not keep logs, and make sure that the VPN is based in a country with strong privacy laws. Step 2. Download the Tor browser. This step is already problematic in that there are fake links on the regular internet claiming to be Tor browser, and they're not. All they'll do is steal your data and maybe your money. Tor browser can only be downloaded from torproject.org, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, but link in the description. Install Tor browser on a virtual machine or disposable device if possible. When I was still with the DOJ, we had standalone devices just for the purpose of keeping our network safe. If you can, do the same. Once you've downloaded the browser and have it installed, go into the settings and disable scripts. It may already be defaulted that way, but be certain to check. Never go full screen. This is because opening Tor full screen can fingerprint your browser. Fingerprinting in this context means that you can still be tracked based on unique characteristics of your browser, your device, or even your search behavior. Even when using Tor browser for anonymity, certain details can leak and create a fingerprint that makes you distinguishable from other users. Step 3, know where you're going. Dark web links are not indexed, but there are some trusted directories like the Hidden Wiki or Daniel's Onion directory. But be cautious, not all links from these directories are safe. Remember that on the dark web, most sites end in .onion, and Tor knows how to route to them. You might want to make a sandwich while you're waiting, because the combination of a VPN and .onion can make for some way longer loading times for pages than what you're used to. Step 4. Please never tell me why, and do not comment in the description. But if you have the pressing need to actually buy something from the dark web, use cryptocurrency and use it carefully. Use a privacy coin like Monero and not Bitcoin. Don't reuse wallets, and never store keys on the same device that you're browsing from. Step 5, and the one that should go without saying, never share personal information on the dark web. Do not log into any account tied to your identity. For example, you think, hey, Facebook has a dark web presence. I wonder if my page looks the same. Let me log in. Don't do it. Also, Don't post anything traceable on the dark web, and most of all, don't trust anyone. I say this about the regular internet too, but on the dark web, seriously, trust no one. The dark web can be fascinating, but it's dangerous, often illegal, and unforgiving. If you're just curious about it, watch documentaries, read investigative journalism, or even explore surface-level Tor resources. You don't need to go browsing drug markets or trafficking forums to understand what's going on. But if you're still going to look, at least now you have some idea of what you're walking into and the best practices to stay as safe as possible. If you found this video helpful and informative, please hit that subscribe button, like, and comment. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay honest, and come back for more Antitrust Insider.